Folks from across Grant County came to the Moses Lake Museum and Arts Center Wednesday for an interactive history lesson from local historian Mick Qualls. Qualls gave an hour-long presentation about how Grant County began as desert so hostile that even Native Americans didn't settle here.
Do you think you're in Indian country right now, where Indians lived? Anybody want to guess? No, this is not. Indians wouldn't live here. They're too smart for that. Right now, you're in a famous Indian tribe called unoccupied. And why would that be? Because Indians weren't stupid. You couldn't live here. Most people would say, yes, everybody knows lots of Indians lived here. No, they lived along the rivers. They needed three things. They needed water, they needed firewood, and they needed something else, fish.
It wasn't until the gold rush, the railroads and the dams were completed that central Washington became a place people could settle and prosper. The expansion of the frontier brought together people from all over the world, and while some went on to achieve fortunes, others used more nefarious means to make their money. Qualls said part of Ephrata's appeal was that it was isolated enough to be a haven for outlaws and bank robbers, and there's evidence to indicate one of the most famous outlaws of all time spent some days in the area.
Now the 7U Ranch, you guys, is for Frank Beasley right there at Ephrata. Says then one day while Tom and me was on the raid, we heard that Bush was down near Star Valley and nothing to do but to go get him and bring him back here. Now this book was written in 1940, so it was way before the movie. This is the day that 5 of them decided to rob the Roslyn Bank. This is the 7U Ranch. They went all the way up to Roslyn, and well, they robbed the bank, and then this is their trail backwards. And then George, Nellie, and Fred went north, and here's Tom and Bill, and then Matt went over here. But I'm just trying to let you know, when you see the 7U Ranch, that was Ephrata. That's where Ephrata is today. And there's what those guys look like.
While it may be a smaller city now, Qualls said in the early 20th century, Coulee City was the biggest destination in the region because it had saloons, which were key intersections of people and commerce in the Old West.
Okay, I looked up on the wall and took this picture. It says, Sergeant's Saloon, 1891. What I'm trying to do is tell you that the outlaws that lived in Ephrata, there were 6 of them, this is where they came, and even Harry Tracy came here. But they pulled in to Ephrata in about 1890, and the books you read will say, yes, they loved to go up to Coulee City to go to the saloon and to dance with wild women. So that's what the McCartys did.
Over the years, Grant County has been visited by some of the most famous people of their time, including some who Qualls said aren't as well known today.
Okay, who knows who George Washington Goethals was? He finished the Panama Canal. And did you know that he came to Coulee City? Well, in 1922, your governor, Lister, paid him like $20,000 to come here with his group and tell us to not build a Grand Coulee Dam. But if I ask you who's the most famous man in the world that's ever been here, he's pretty close to it.
In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFiber1 News.